Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Dummies on the Hardwood. I got Benny, I got Jay, and then I got Isaac. We're just four dummies talking NBA hoops, and we're giving our unfiltered opinions and thoughts on storylines around the NBA. So we're doing something a little different today. For the next 6 weeks, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the 6 divisions in the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. So this week, we're going to be talking about the Atlantic Conference. And I think that we all are in unison that this is probably the best conference.
No, wait.
Or best division.
I'm not saying that's the best division.
You don't think
You don't think that's the best division?
No. Yeah, you don't think so either, right?
No. I don't think it's the best division? Okay.
Oh, we started off.
Okay. Before we go into that, do you guys have any shout-outs?
What? No. Read off who's in the Atlantic teams first. That would be. They can kind of justify that.
So we have Boston, the New York Knicks, the Philadelphia 76ers, the Toronto Raptors, and the Brooklyn Nets.
3 teams are good out of 5 right there. 3 out of 5.
So let me ask you, when you define best, what are you talking about best?
I'm talking.
No, I'm just asking a question. Like, what's defined best?
What I constitute the best team is the team with the most loaded talent. You look at the Boston Celtics, they're loaded. The New York Knicks are loaded. The Philadelphia 76ers are loaded. The Raptors, with their mediocre roster, they're not bad, but I'm not saying they're great. And the Brooklyn Nets, well, they're just the Brooklyn Nets. So,
I mean, I don't know about that. I would, like I said, I think the Pacific, the West is just way better than that.
What makes you think, or why do you think that the West is better? The Pacific Division specifically.
Every team in that division is going to go to the playoffs or wants to go to the playoffs. Legit. It's the Warriors, the Lakers, the Clippers, the Kings, and the Suns. 5-5. All those guys want to go. That right there could be fucking 3 to 5, honestly.
And see the piggyback off what Jay's going off of. I do agree. I think the Pacific Division specifically, I would say it's arguably the best division. The Atlantic's the most competitive division. We got to distinguish the difference. I think the Atlantic, you got the top 3 teams, right? I don't know why you're shaking your head, bro. I think it's the competitive division.
The New York Knicks is a team filled of role players. Bunch of role players on that team. I have no idea why everybody's on Jalen Brunson's ass. That guy had one good year. He had one good year.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
He was really good. He would be on Team USA.
I agree.
So Halliburton took his Halliburton. Fish him out or push him out or whatever. Point is, sorry.
You're good.
Jalen Brunson is mediocre in my eyes. The New York Knicks is mediocre. They're not very good. They're a bunch of role players and they're playing in the East.
And if you also think about it too, like, I'm not discrediting the talent they got, but it's like to your point, like Jalen Brunson became relevant like a year or 2 ago. Dante DiVincenzo's been relevant like since ever. Villanova. Josh Hart, Julius Randle. You tell me when he shows up in the playoffs. I know everybody's gonna start throwing with the JT slime, but
he's always injured.
Isaac,
I agree.
We haven't heard from you. What do you have to say about this Atlantic division?
I'm just gonna say the Northwest I think is better than the Atlantic. We're talking about Nuggets, Timberwolves, Thunder. That's just my opinion, but I'm gonna stay on topic. Atlantic. Let's be honest.
That's
got
fair.
Boston at the top.
I agree.
The Knicks, the champs, and then the Knicks. Let's be honest. They're small. They don't have anyone in the front lines.
And then they just lost that center.
Isaiah Hartenstein. I think that's gonna hurt them. I really think that's gonna hurt them.
They're always a big what if someone's healthy. If Embiid's healthy.
Paul George is coming through.
You guys are actually jumping right ahead of me, so let's keep rolling with it.
I mean, I'm telling you right now, I hope to see the Toronto Raptors improving. And Brooklyn Nets are going to be the worst team in the NBA.
Oh, hands down.
I agree.
Hands down.
Now you got the worst team in the NBA, and you're telling me that's the best division? Like, that does not make sense. It cannot
They're part of the Cooper Flag.
And if we were to go by average points, let's just say like the best team gets 5 points, like 1 through 5, like Boston gets 5. The Nets, they get 1. So if it's 5, 5, 5, and 1, that only averages the 16 points, baby. That barely passes on a passing grade skill.
That's facts.
So
Straight facts.
Okay, let me ask you guys this question. Out of those teams that we just discussed, which team do you trust the most?
Boston.
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 Yeah.
What are you doing, Isaac?
I can't trust any of those teams, but I'm gonna go with Boston because they're the champs.
Boston? Okay. Benny, why are you being the Celtics fan? Why do you trust Boston?
Well, I mean, look, like if we're just gonna just call it for what it is, call it kettle black. I mean, the Celtics have the best roster in the Atlantic division. You can argue the Knicks, the Sixers. Again, it's that what if. The Raptors are the Raptors.
Much as I hate the Celtics, I have to give you flowers. They do have the best division because I thought about it as I kept thinking about it. I'm like, the Knicks are a threat, but the minute they get a center, they'll be an actual threat. Until then, Boston's going to feast on them. They're just going to drive,
So they're
kick
not
out.
the best division, though.
No, that's pretty much
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the point. It's like I think Boston still owns it. Do I think it's going to be competitive? Absolutely, I agree. But think about it. Come playoff time, Tibbs is going to run his players into the ground. Jalen Brunson is going to be playing like 60 minutes a game. Come regular season, right? I'm including overtime because I can't trust those Knicks. Dante DiVincenzo is going to be playing okay. A bunch of role players. I agree.
Just a bunch of role
Jay, what's your argument behind not taking Boston?
Just defense. I mean, you have Drew Holiday and you have Porzingis. When both of those two guys are healthy, you've seen the defense of what can happen. Okay, cool. You get past Drew Holiday. Now you have KP right there on below, protect the rim. Not to mention on the wings, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are pretty good at defense too.
I agree.
And the running mate, Derek White, wasn't he like first team or second team on defense?
I think second team. He was second team on defense.
So, I mean, that defense right there is just going to carry over. They're a little bit young. Not young, but they're still in their prime. Drew Holiday's probably carrying out too, but it's fine when you have Derek White. He can probably carry up the bench too. So the defense is there, but I don't think that's the best division. New York,
I agree.
a bunch of role players. But let's talk about the Sixers because I like Joel Embiid. I love Tyrese Maxey.
overrated.
But I feel like
You
Paul
think
George is a
Tyrese Maxey's overrated?
No, Embiid.
Oh,
Embiid's overrated. That's a very interesting point.
Yeah,
Isaac, talk about that a little bit. Why do you think Joel Embiid is overrated?
How many fully healthy seasons has he had? And how many injuries has he had before playoffs or during the playoffs?
He's an injury-prone player. Anything else you can provide?
I mean, he shrinks in the moments. He barely showed up till last year. He's pretty much shrunk in the moments.
In Game 7 against Boston last year, he disappeared.
wait, Portland, man. What division is Portland?
Northwest. But Portland's irrelevant, man.
Let's be on topic.
Yeah, it's funny.
The reason why I'm saying that is because I'm saying this now. Anthony Simons, what is it? Most improved player. That's what his NBA measure.
Most improved player?
You know,
Wow.
when we get to the Northwest, you're going to have to back that up.
I'm serious. I'm
I want-
serious. Chat, click this right now. What's his last name?
Sorry.
Anthony Simons can be most improved player of the year. I don't know his last name, but that little short guy can ball, bro. I'm serious about that. That guy's
Yeah, man.
he's a baller. So
Yeah, I it's just off topic, but just talking about that, he got his name because his dad, I believe, loved Anthony Hardaway,
Yep.
and so that's how he ended up with Anthony Simons.
Anthony Simons. You know, I was going to hop back to the actually the Boston Celtics. You know, first of all, you guys have very valid points with Boston. You know, I agree that they're probably the best team right now in the conference and maybe in the entire NBA. But let's go back to that path. Let's talk about the path for a minute because
Okay.
I found let me finish my point. I found the wins and losses. This is off of the Ringer's basketball reference. So how this works is it's wins above replacement. So for instance, the Miami Heat, they won 46 wins. Without Jimmy Butler, whose wins above replacement is 9.2, that would make their wins at 37.2.
Oh, I see.
Does that make sense?
I see what's going on.
So basically with Jimmy Butler they have 46 wins. Without Jimmy Butler they have 37 wins.
37. Exactly.
That makes sense.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
Yep.
so we're going through right now, and this is not to discredit Boston, But in the first round, these injury-adjusted path to the final since 1984, the Boston Celtics played in the first round a 37-45 Miami Heat team, 35-47 second-round Cavaliers team, 40-42 conference finals team against the Pacers. So their average opponent wins was 37. The second is the Los Angeles Lakers of 1985 at 38.6.
Yep. And so what about the Mavs? What's their? Did you find out what their war is without Luka? Because the Mavs are just absolute garbage without Luka.
I did that research, but that is something that I plan to do.
It'll probably be like 41 or something.
Yeah, it's bad, bro. It's bad, man.
It's bad.
Probably is.
I just found this stat very interesting, and I just wanted to bring this up because, the Celtics, we could say they had a great run to the championship, but let's be real about the wins above replacement,
I'm sure.
I mean, I agree and disagree because, like I said, at the end of the day, you can't control who's in front of you.
The Horse, they have the title. There's no point in putting any more energy. Like, it's over. And let's be honest, between those coaches and that division, Jones Tibbs is going to play them to hell. Philadelphia 76ers, Nick Nurse, I don't trust him, but
He don't know what he's doing sometimes.
yeah, the rotation player.
Nick Nurse reminds me of Tom Thibodeau. He runs his players to the ground and plays them about 45 minutes a game.
We're just not even thinking about Toronto Raptors.
What about the Raptors?
You guys don't think these guys are coming to playoff run?
You mean to tell me you go
Another playoff run?
bro? Grady Dick, really?
Bro,
Really?
look at that last name, bro. He's big for some reason, right? No, not homo. Clip? No, baby.
Yeah, clip
Toronto
that.
Raptors. How many wins do you guys think they're going to win?
Ooh,
No, 30.
no. I'm gonna say 35.
You giving them 35? What?
I say like
What?
26.
I'm going like 24.
I give him 35. Because you got look.
Yeah, those are given
their
wins,
project-
right?
Their projected lineup is going to have Quickly, Dick, Barrett, Barnes, and Purtle.
Quickly Dick,
Let me see what.
Barnes.
Last, probably.
I'm just saying, man. Look,
They had an over and under last year, 42 and 40 last year. What is going to be this year?
They're going to at least win 35. That's just
Oh, that's too much.
nah,
I might as well say the Brooklyn Nets are going to win 35 games.
no, I just don't trust them at all. No, I give the Nets 20. 20. I mean, they still got some talent. That's too low.
That's just
Cam Johnson, Nick Claxton.
yeah.
Yeah, 24-25. Man, I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on?
Hold up.
It's not out yet.
What are your guys' thoughts on? So we talked about the Celtics. We talked a little bit about the Sixers.
I want to kind of jump right back into the Sixers because right now I'm pulling up their playoff results, and since 2018, 52-30 lost in the semis. 2019, 51-31 lost in the first round.
Cool. That's where they're going to stay. Semis. They're not going to get past anything. They're a regular season.
Yeah.
Who said 30 for Toronto Raptors? It's 30 and a half.
That's
Wow.
So they're projected to lose 50 games.
Well, I mean,
What do you guys think Brooklyn Nets is? There's 82 games. What do you guys think Brooklyn is?
give them 20.
19 and a half.
No way.
Yeah.
I could see that.
No way.
I could see that.
Yeah.
What do you guys think Boston is?
Over. I think it was
57.5. Something.
What do you think it was?
57.5.
58 and a half. Dude, just to win 58 games in the NBA.
It ain't easy, bro. It ain't.
So I guess coming back into this topic, do you guys think that Boston will repeat this year as NBA champions?
No.
absolutely not.
No.
Okay.
The past 6 years have been different champions. So the last person to repeat, I believe, was the Golden State Warriors. And not only do they have like the superstar factor to be able to do it, I mean, they had Curry, and that guy was just in his prime. Jason Tatum You guys know how I feel about Jason Tatum. He's not a top 10 player in my eyes.
I agree.
Insert Benny defense right here.
Benny knows. He wouldn't even start a franchise with Jason Tatum.
Yes, I would, bro.
He knows.
Jay,
Stop.
Jay,
No, you
don't.
wouldn't.
Don't.
Isaac,
What do you think, Jason Tatum or Jokic?
Bro, I answered this question already, dog.
I think Jokic.
No, I would.
Isaac, I'm gonna ask you, why do you think Boston will not repeat this year?
The East got better. Let's be honest.
They're
If they have the luck of the draw, they're actually gonna like face equal opponents. Injuries are bound to happen. Like Porzingis, he's already out, so he's already on injury watch. Horford's another year older. You can't count on Tatum.
Lakers are going to win this year.
Jaylen Brown. Okay, stop with that. That might as well say the Charlotte
I
Hornets
just
and
saw
the Detroit
Vision.
Pistons are gonna win the title.
I just saw a vision.
He just saw a vision.
Take a dump over the Lakers win the championship.
Finish your point, Isaac.
Basically, East got better.
Yeah, it's not better. Though. Think about it. Like, did they really have to play? Like, what? They weren't like close games, but they didn't have to go into overtime. They're gonna have to like go into like probably like deeper games, but they'll probably pull it out. They'll just be more exhausted. But can Jaylen Brown carry them? Because supposedly he can carry them alone, according to Benny. But Jason Tatum can as well. So I would.
I think so.
Absolutely proud if you think Jason Tatum is going to.
So Isaac thinks that the Boston Celtics will not repeat this year because the East is more competitive. Jay, what's your stance?
Don't forget, the Celtics just added Lonnie Walker.
That's a big move right there.
Yeah, you could have signed Gary Trent Jr. for the minimum, but you guys say he's trash. But yet,
Gary
freaking
Trent
Lonnie
Jr.
Walker is like.
Gary Trent Jr. on the Celtics would probably repeat.
Lonnie Walker LaFleur is a microwave. What are you talking about? You remember him in San Antonio?
Yeah, I remember messing him up too over there too.
I think he's gonna do good. You think he's gonna do good?
He's gonna win the championship this year.
I'm dead.
I'm with Jay on that.
I'm dead serious. It's gonna be like LeBron James is gonna be the first person to like start with the Sun and win the championship with the Sun, and it's gonna be like Kobe's year.
Let's go.
Hey, you say I'm delusional? I ain't the bright spot for showing stupid.
Hey, Jay. Anyways, why do you think the Boston Celtics will not repeat this year?
Like I said, probably injuries is probably gonna happen. Porzingis really can't stay healthy. Drew Holiday's getting a little bit older, so like I said earlier, if those two can stay healthy, they probably have a good shot and they play good at defense. But I don't think they're gonna repeat. To add to Isaac's point about the East getting better, I just also think that the Philadelphia Celtics got a lot of college football.
Philadelphia Celtics.
That's a new Las Vegas team
The
coming
Boston
too.
Celtics. I was thinking about the Sixers right now.
Coming
Because
soon.
I want to talk about Philadelphia right now more. But basically, the Celtics didn't go into it more.
You can call them the Philadelphia Knicks now, or the
Philadelphia Knicks.
Sixers.
Philadelphia Sixers are probably going to do better. What I want to say is the Philadelphia Sixers are probably going to do better than the Celtics.
Okay, Benny, we're gonna hop into your
What did
point.
you say?
Hold up,
The Sixers are going to have a better record than the Celtics.
Hold up. We're gonna save those points. We got a lot of juicy points here.
Bro,
We want to stay on topic.
I'm telling you
Benny.
guys, if Porzingis gets hurt or one of those guys gets hurt, you know,
Benny, what's your
What happened?
defense? What's your defense on why you think Boston's gonna repeat?
Well, you know what? As I always say, experience trumps over everything. As we talked about earlier, the Knicks are a bunch of role players.
then the LeBron's going to be the beast.
The Knicks are a bunch of role players. The Sixers, I can't trust PG. I can trust Embiid up when he's healthy. Not when he's underperforming in the playoffs. I mean, have you not seen his playoff performances? He disappears in the playoffs.
The only person you can trust on the Sixers is Tyrese Maxey.
I mean, Tyrese Maxey shows up too. But look, I'm not going to sit here and disagree. I think the Sixers definitely did get better. They added some more pieces. You know what I mean? Obviously, re-signed Kelly Oubre was really good. He had a really good year last year with the Sixers. I'm blanking off the top of my head who else they got. Caleb Martin's going to be a good. Kmart Jr. Whatever.
Paul Reed.
Not Paul Reed. But Drummond again.
Oh, Andre Drummond. There we go.
You can exploit that man in the playoffs.
But see, the thing is,
Well, basically, you just need him on the rebound for the first.
Yeah, but the minute like it's Hacker Drummond.
Yeah, but when you need a rebound, you can put him in there. That's fine.
yeah, I mean, and look, at the end of the day, look, like, I can't trust the Sixers. That's the bottom line. I think they're going to be a more
Agree.
grittier team than the Knicks. If you ask me, because the Knicks, yes, you have Brunson,
Sixers
you have the
gonna be the first
Villanova
seed.
boys. Sixers gonna be first seed.
Sixers gonna be first seed in the East.
You think really the Sixers gonna be first seed?
Yeah, Sixers gonna be first seed in the East. It's gonna be
That's
it's gonna be Sixers and Boston. But
Bro,
I just want
what?
Boston to
Very
get
bold.
injured. And I'll go with Philadelphia.
Very
You
bold.
trust Philly more than you trust New York?
I trust the Philadelphia Celtics. No, I trust the Philadelphia Sixers more than I trust the Boston Celtics.
Bro.
So you're basing off the experience that Boston will.
Oh yeah, as I was saying, the experience is gonna trap over everything. And I mean, yes, the Celtics need to make a move because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, I think Percy Lion Walker edition is gonna be good for the Celtics. He's gonna be a good scoring punch. You know what I mean?
I think it's broken.
You think it's broken?
I think it's broken.
What's broken? You answer me that
Al
question.
Horford's getting old.
I agree.
Kristaps Porzingis is going to be out until what? November, December.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's November.
Yeah,
November, December.
He's going to be out for. He's going to be out for a while. And you're going into an East which is loaded with New York, the Sixers, and I mean you can't sleep on those young and upcoming teams like the Cavs, the Pacers. You can't really do that.
Drew Holiday and Derek White gets hurt too. They played on they have a little bit more minutes on them.
Really quick, I want to point something out. There's a lot of turmoil with Boston, so we can't ignore that thing. Think about it. You think Tatum's not hearing the chirping? Brown's probably gonna be here.
As I said before, Jaylen Brown gonna put up 30 points per game, and you all gonna be my witnesses.
All right,
You
we're gonna steer away. And Jay, so you brought up the Sixers. What do you have to say about the Sixers?
I love the Sixers. Like you guys said about, I think the additions of what they had. They signed Caleb Martin. They re-signed Andre Drummond.
Drummond? It's Drummond.
I'm telling you guys.
Drummond.
I mean,
I get you, Isaac. I get you, Jay.
Dr. Pepper right now.
I get you, Jay.
I mean, have my moment right now.
Today's sponsor is Dr. Pepper.
Andre Drummond. Long story short, the additions they had were great. And other than that, I just don't think the Sixers are going to be
Okay, let's call it
the best team in the NBA, but they're going to be better than the Celtics.
Let's call them
That's valid.
Let's call them what they did, Jay. They Embiid proved themselves. They have more role players, more scoring punch, so that way they can kind of take the load off Maxey and George. They're a deeper team, so they kind of like Embiid proof. Like the Boston Celtics, like they made it like Tatum proof when he doesn't have a good night or doesn't really show.
And that's the whole purpose of teams nowadays. You just don't have one scorer. You have two or three guys who can legit put up like 16, 17 a night. That's why if like Jaylen Brown is off, Jason Tatum's on, you're going to ride the hot hand. And vice versa. You know what I mean? I mean, you could argue when Kristaps is healthy, third scorer. Drew Holiday is a scorer. Everybody on that roster on Boston in the front five can easily put up at least 20, if not 30 points a given night.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? And the Sixers, you tell me what the Sixers can do. I'm gonna give credit. I do think the PG signing was great. It's not gonna move the needle though. I mean, the addition of Caleb Martin I think is gonna be a great addition for their bench because they needed a bench.
Big loss to the Heat. Big
Huge loss. Yeah. Anyways, about the Sixers, I'm with Benny. I can't trust them. I cannot trust the Sixers come playoff time. You have Joel Embiid, who hasn't really been consistent in the playoffs. And injury prone. You also have Paul George, who is getting up there in age and who in the playoffs is known as playoff P.
I mean, pandemic P.
Pandemic P. And they also, I mean, the only bright spot for me that I'm looking at on the Sixers roster is Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey is probably the best one. You could say Kelly Oubre balled out too. Don't sleep on him.
But I'm looking at the future, and I'm thinking Tyrese Maxey's going to lead this Philly team.
Oh, if you think about the future, who did they just draft? That from Duke. What was his name?
Oh,
Jared McCain.
Jared McCain, yeah.
He was actually.
He can crack the rotation for sure.
That's a really good rookie of the year.
He's such a troll, dude.
Yeah, I know. I'm not. I already know as a Celtics fan, I'm not gonna like him, but I respect his game.
He's such
He's got a real game.
I hate his TikToks, but he's such a good basketball player.
I'll give you credit with that.
Like Isaac said, I think he's probably in the correct rotation. And good thing you brought up the future. No, the future. The one thing I want to say though, do you guys think Caitlin Clark can start on an NBA team?
Yes.
That was off pocket. Can Caitlin start an NBA team? Can Caitlin Clark start an NBA team?
I think she can start for sure. She can for sure start on the Nets.
Oh hell yeah!
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can see that.
She can start on the Wizards.
I think you put her in a situation where she's gonna Dominate? Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, is she gonna get like? Of course, she's gonna be like a factor on defense because they're just gonna fucking attack her. But point is, how many points do you think she can average? Like 9 points, straight up threes.
15.
On the Lakers.
I'll give her like 15, 20.
15, 20 in the NBA? Nah, I don't know about that player.
I think
15. I think 15. I see 15, bro.
Point guard, so I could say like 15.
Maybe like 9 points.
I think
9 points. Yeah, bro. Look at like Tyus Jones.
Tyus Jones is a pretty good scorer. He doesn't do much for the Suns.
He doesn't do a. Come on, bro. Tyus Jones is great.
We can say that for another time, bro.
To the Pacific Division.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't turn over the ball. That's exactly what you need to start point like 5-minute break.
And you can tell clearly Isaac and Jay are getting after it with this. The Suns talk.
Well, this guy doesn't know basketball because he thinks the Suns suck.
Hey, at least my pronunciation of teams and players are on point.
It doesn't matter. A Chinese man can know the difference between that the Suns are actually good or not. You know, it doesn't matter.
If you really like squint your
It does
eyes,
not matter.
Good,
Fucking alien from Mars that doesn't speak perfect English can know that the Phoenix Suns are probably better than the Dallas Mavericks. You know? But we'll get back into that in another day.
What is going on?
15, 20 on the same.
We got the delusional Mavs fan over there. We're gonna hop right back into the
Delusional? You guys just said you guys are going to win the title, and you're calling me delusional.
because you really think that the Mavs are gonna go back to the finals.
Wait,
no,
you
no, I don't want to hear that.
You don't think the Lakers are not going to win the finals this year?
Oh, like I said,
You guys are wild, bro.
James, we're not going to win.
Boomer bust.
I have a better chance of having diarrhea after eating ice cream or something than the Lakers winning the title.
Are you like those all?
Y'all are wild, bro.
That's probably what happened.
Bobby, where are we going at, bro? Where are we going at? No.
Anyways, are we going back to the Sixers? One last thing: is this a boomer bust season for Philly?
Bust.
Which one?
It's a bust.
It's a bust.
It's a title or Embiid gone. Calling it.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Point.
Agreed.
That's a good point.
What's his contract?
He's eligible. We talked about.
I think he's eligible for the Supermax.
Okay, yeah.
No, he's eligible for 2 years, I think.
In all honesty, though, I think Philly's going to give him the Supermax.
Yeah, no, Philly. Daryl Morey.
Daryl Morey's going to do
If
anything.
he does leave, where do you guys think he'll go?
Golden State.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm gonna throw a wild card out there. I'm saying Minnesota.
What the fuck? 4 fucking centers on that court?
No, you get rid of Gobert or Cat.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. You realize how deadly
Yeah,
that defense, that offense.
That could be
I agree.
You know, they did.
Duo with Anthony Edwards and Joel Embiid. That would go hard.
This kind of might be off the cuff, but I'm thinking Sacramento Kings.
He did not even talk to any of those. None of those made Team USA. Why would you want to go?
No, I mean,
I can see him
yeah.
playing for the Sacramento Kings.
No.
I can see it. But the Warriors, I can really see him.
Yeah.
First, you need to see past your nose, man.
Chat, flip that. Flip that. This guy thinks Joel Embiid's going to go to Sacramento Kings. The people in Sacramento don't even want to live there.
Hey, no diss to those people out in Sacramento. I went to Chico State, 90 minutes away.
And
y'all
he's
some
back
very
here.
prideful Kings fans up there.
And he's back here. He's back here. Look, see? He doesn't want to live over there.
It's either going to be Minnesota or the Knicks. Think about it. They have all those picks. They need to get rid of all those picks.
That's actually a sneaky one.
Yep. You got to trade them. You need a center.
Joel Shram.
Oh.
And Deuce McBride guy.
Deuce McBride underrated, bro. He balling out.
He's a baller.
He's balling out. Give him some minutes. Come on, Tibbs. Give him some minutes, bro.
Like a shitload of draft picks. Fucking anyone, Mitchell Robinson, fucking everybody. Just no one on the Villanova prep squad.
One last thing before we end today's episode. What are our expectations for the New York Knicks?
First or second seed, they'll make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Well,
They're gonna be the 3rd seed or 4th seed.
You think so?
I was gonna say I think they're more of a 3-4 seed. I really can't see them. Yeah. Knicks.
It's probably gonna be Milwaukee's gonna come up this year. You guys
No.
no. Before we wrap it up, it's gonna be Philadelphia, Boston, Milwaukee, the Knicks, and then I don't know.
Jay, actually, I kind of agree with you a little bit on that. I can see the Bucks kind of make a little bit of noise, man.
They honest.
Fellas, you know who he is. The Greek freak, you know? The nasty guy who doesn't know how to shoot threes, but he dribbles with his leg and he moves to the rim.
Yeah.
Call you Lonnie from now on since you don't care about pronunciation.
Hey, bro, look, man, I agree with you on that one. I think it's gonna be Boston. As much as I don't trust Philly, I'm gonna give Philly this 9 and number 2. Number 3, I'm gonna go Milwaukee, and number 4, I'm going with New York.
Number 1.
At 5, I got Cleveland.
Number 1, I got Boston. Number 2, I have New York. Number 3, I have Philly. Number 4, I have Milwaukee.
I got the Knicks at 1, Boston at 2.
You're on crack.
I want to say the Bucks will be 3rd, the Sixers will be 4th, the Cavs will be 5th.
Yeah.
Hold on, time out. I got Boston, I got the Knicks, I got the Magic, and then I got the Sixers.
You throwing the Magic at top 5?
What do you got, Jay? What do you got, Jay?
I started off first with it, but basically, like I said again, the double down. Philadelphia,
The double down.
Boston, Milwaukee, and the Knicks. Yeah.
All right.
I can't even see him probably losing to the Pacers or the Magic, and then they'll probably be in the 5th seed.
The Magic will make it to the 2nd.
We'll save that for another one time, bro.
Speaking of that, the Milwaukee Bucks. Next week's episode, we're going to focus on the Central Division.
I love it.
We got the Bucks, the Cavs, the Pacers, the Bulls, and the Pistons.
We all know
The first 3 teams were relevant. Nate, give me the last 2 teams that we talking about.
We talk about the Bulls and the Pistons.
The who?
The Bulls and the Pistons.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. I got some.
Yeah.
We got some things prepared for you guys.
I like that.
I got some things prepared for you guys. All right.
Any fun facts? We're fine with it. Any fun facts for today? We're all good.
Please comment any hot takes. We'll react to them on the show too. We'll like fan interaction.
We want to thank you guys for listening, and please like, subscribe on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Also, leave comments in the comments section below. We do appreciate all the feedback you got. Before we go, do you guys have any shout-outs?
Follow our X page too. We're now live on X.
Follow us on X. Dummies on the hardwood.
You got anything, Jay?
No, just a lot of stuff. We're out.
Jay, take care of that back, bro.
No, we're out.
Thank you.
See you.